is who was he? And who was she? And what was the point?
Watch your hands, watch your hands.
Wake up! You've now arrived in Birmingham, the home of one-way roads.
Brum's roads offer the promise of escape. You can get anywhere. Whoa!
Idyllic canals, faded 70s rock stars,
Brum is the epicenter of heavy metal.
and chocolate.
Gnomes on acid and trippy whimsy are celebrated in Cadbury World.
Jonathan Mead's Motors Through Birmingham, Sunday at 9 on BBC Two.
A new challenge for England.
There are no weak links in this South African side.
A new captain.
Alex Stewart, as a batsman, has never been one to avoid a challenge.
And a new era of English cricket will be captured by the BBC.
Beautifully done.
With coverage of all 5 tests on BBC TV and Radio 4 Longwave, providing continuous expert commentary.
Is as plumb as anything you'll see, I reckon.
The fun starts with the first test match, England versus South Africa.
It should be a great summer of cricket on the BBC.
Thursday at 10 to 11 on BBC One.
Now on BBC Two, a look at the weekend weather prospects with Michael Fish.
Hello there. Looks like staying very unsettled in the next few days. Some quite large totals of rain around as we had earlier on. Now let's look back at May. I know we've got a day or so to go, but already we can see that it's been the warmest since 1992 as well as the driest since 1991. Highest temperature we had through the month, Southampton on the 13th when it reached 29 degrees. And I don't think we're going to beat that in the next day or so. Certainly nothing like Delhi. Just look at this. 47 degrees, which is 117 Fahrenheit, and that too is a record. Back to this country, we were certainly struggling. 10 degrees around about the Newcastle area for most of the day. Heavy rain too, 40 millimetres in just 18 hours, and it's been pretty wet there for most of the time. Nothing like Japan though, 260 millimetres there in 24 hours. That's about 10 inches compared to around about getting on for 2 inches or so in Newcastle. Now the reason for the rain in the north of England was that weather front there, and we've got more weather fronts and areas of low pressure to the southwest of us, and they're going to be swinging up our way during the course of the weekend, keeping, as I said, the unsettled weather going. There's all the rain. It was straddled across the north of the country. It did ease slowly northwards and fizzle out during the course of the day, especially the latter part of the day, and we also had some thundery showers scattered across Ireland. So for the rest of the night, that rain easing a little bit further northwards, continuing to peter out in the process. Some patches of mist and fog following along behind to many other parts of the country. A little bit chilly perhaps in the Midlands, otherwise temperatures holding up nicely. And then in the daytime we're going to find again it's grey, damp and perhaps quite wet even in the more central parts of Scotland. And that rain getting lighter and more patchy as it heads a little bit further northwards during the course of the day. Most other parts, after perhaps a grey start, brightening up, the sun coming through, but outbreaks of rain already into the far southwest and the Channel Islands will ease across into South Wales and up to about the Isle of Wight during the course of the day, and some of that rain could turn out to be quite heavy and thundery. If you're thinking for a dip in the sea, well, maybe not, unless you've got a wetsuit, because temperatures out there are only about 12 or 13 degrees, which makes all the difference, because you see when the winds are coming in from the sea, they will be pegging the temperatures down even along the coast there, perhaps 13 degrees along the east coast, certainly quite cool where it's raining, but with the sunshine in the middle there, a warm 22 degrees in the afternoon. The unsettled weather, as I said, continuing. On Sunday we're going to find still that damp weather in the north of Scotland, especially the northeastern corner. We're also going to find that other band of rain working its way slowly up across the country, getting lighter and more patchy as it does so. Clearer weather following along behind, although there will be some quite heavy and thundery showers in that clearer weather. As for the sunburn, well, take care. Fair amount of sunshine, probably the first part of tomorrow, and again later on Sunday. Sunniest part of perhaps all along the south coast, southeast England that is, and the Channel Islands. Then the unsettled theme even continues into Monday, with further outbreaks of rain coming up from the southwest. Sandwich in between, it's a case of heavy showers, still the far north of Scotland holding on to the damp weather with rain. A very good night.
And that's all from BBC Two for the moment, but at 3 o'clock it's BBC Learning Zone with bite-sized GCSE history. And of course over on BBC One there's BBC News 24. But for now, from all of us here, I'd like to wish you a very good night.